Because of the unique relationship that we have with the district and teachers, staff, everybody that communicates and interacts with students on a daily basis, we are able to really capture what their needs are and respond instantly. And due to that, we're able to make a dramatic impact when the need arises without having to wait. The board is so supportive of those needs and wants and understands that.
We, in conjunction with WACS, the Waukee Area Christian Services, and the foundation in Waukee, for Waukee schools, we all work together to put these fridges and this food so kids have food to eat throughout the day.
The amount of food that our kids need and every day is crazy, and it gets more and more every year. This is my 11th year in the district, and I would say every year I'm seeing more and more kids in need of food.
Some of these students don't have the opportunity to open their fridge at home and just pick whatever they want out of it. This just doesn't exist for them. So I think the privilege that my children have and that some of our students have to just be able to pick a snack out of the fridge at the end of the day. Not all of our students have that experience, so I'm glad that we get to offer that. So it's fulfilling that need, not just of hunger, which every student has, regardless of what they have or don't have at home. They fulfill that need for connection and belonging and somebody caring about them. And it fills our hearts to see students come back here and know that we're here for them too.
It's doing such a good job.
Yeah.
Such a good, and we're new to it. This is our first semester with it, and I've already seen a big difference.
The food is gone by, you know what I mean, by the weekend or whenever we're ready for that next shipment of food to come in, we're ready for more.
As a school, we're here to help the whole child and families as well. Food is just one small part, but that food can lead to heart, and that heart can lead to achievement in any and everything.
This last year, the foundation also took on the winter coat and winter gear drive that we've always done, and took that pressure off of us as well. So they were able to purchase all of the items last spring. I think they were able to get like $13,000 worth of supplies for less than half the cost. And they did all the sorting in the springtime and got them prepared to go out to our buildings late fall. So that way, instead of having to anticipate that need come wintertime, our buildings were set up with gear prior to the first cold day. Each and every year, the need in our schools is getting greater. We are often surprised how quickly our families are identifying themselves to need winter gear, to need food bags, to need holiday gifts. So through kind of the work with the foundation, we're able to streamline some of those processes to give more time for our counselors, our social workers, our teachers to focus on being with our children in this time rather than some of the behind the scenes work.
One of the grants that the foundation applied for allowed us to purchase additional instruments that we could keep in our district inventory and make available to students and families as those needs arose. This has been particularly significant because we know through miles and miles of research that music has a phenomenal impact on a student's sense of belonging and participating in that ensemble. We know that music has a positive impact on mental health. We know that music has a positive impact on math achievement. We know music has a positive impact on memory and recall and creating experiences that allow students to tie the knowledge that they've gained in a music class to other things that they're learning throughout the day. And so really it's overall impacting a student's cognitive development as well as their academic achievement and their sense of social emotional belonging. So we want any student who wants to participate in that band experience to have the opportunity to do so, and the foundation's created a bridge for us to ensure that that can happen.
I think we also sometimes might make assumptions that our students come to school with absolutely everything they need. In this particular example, we had a student who had an amazing mom who worked really, really hard, and she did so many great things to support her child. But that being said, there were a lot of that child's needs that for one reason or another, due to financial hardships and circumstances, life circumstances, things were a struggle, things that we really take for granted. And in working with our social worker, she just said, what if we reach out to the foundation and see what else they can do? And even at that point, I didn't know just how much the foundation would do. And when I tell you, and I'm gonna try not to get emotional, and within a couple of hours, we had more than enough for the students. So our social worker contacted the foundation, and someone from the foundation immediately asked what size of clothing this child had or wore, and went shopping and got not only personal hygiene items for the student, more than what we needed for that student to be able to bathe and shower and brush their teeth and even have some gel and hairspray for their hair, but also some fresh clothes, so if they did come to school with not everything washed or cleaned or ready to go, including a winter coat and hat, and all within that child's size. Within hours before the end of that school day, we had a huge bag of items for the nurse and items to send home. And then, like I said, a new winter coat. So within a couple of hours, it was not only timely, but it just blew me away. And we had the mom in tears the next day, just thanking us over and over again. And I made sure that mom understood that a lot of that was because of the foundation.
The foundation helps support funding the large motor room here at Sugar Creek so that the students were able to access that room close to day one of our building opening. And that's not something that would have otherwise been offered for them. And it's a great opportunity for them to get out some of their wiggles and their movement that they need to do to be able to learn throughout their school day. We take lots and lots of data as special education teachers and use that data to make really great decisions for them academically. But that data also helps us see trends of parts of their day that they're really struggling either behaviorally or having just really big feelings. And that is a time that it's a natural space to put in what we call a non-contingent break in the large motor room. No matter how their day has gone, they get to access this space as sort of just like a reset and a time that no matter what choices they've made throughout the day, they just get to have that great time in that space. And I can think of multiple students who that has impacted in that way.
We have like a physical cart that the kids get to push around. We got some Keurigs that we got donated, and we use the money from the foundation. The kids are all in charge of it. We use paper menus, so on Thursdays we have kids go pick up the menus, and then on Friday mornings they get the orders ready and they deliver them to the teachers.
I have one that looks forward to this every week. Like, this is his thing. He has increased his independence as well. He's doing these things by himself. He's making the coffee, he's putting it on the cart, he's taking it to the teachers. It is so incredibly wonderful to watch this all happen, and just to watch from last year to this year, and his independence is just amazing, really.
I think we should hit on where the magic truly happens in a school district. As a former educator, I know that the magic truly happens in the classroom. I don't have a magic wand, and nor did I have one when I was in the classroom, but that's really where it happens. It's where kids get excited, they get eager, they're scared, but they overcome fear. And so the second place where magic happens in a school district is in professional learning environments. When teachers come together and they're not afraid, again, to share good ideas. They're not afraid to challenge the status quo. But the third place the magic happens is right here in a really rad foundation like ours. It's where you have really successful professionals who want to be able to roll up their sleeves, to ask hard questions, to have fun, and to be creative about solutions that impact our community and our kids and our teachers, and drive one of the fastest growing districts in the whole country to places that people have never seen before.